Hello everyone! Welcome to this Sims 3 house design video. Today I'm remodeling this house right here. This house is in Appaloosa Plains and it's actually called just private property. But there was something about this house that I kind of liked. Not necessarily the details like you're seeing here. It's very, very dingy and dated, but there's something about just the overall shape of the house, and I kind of wanted to try renovating it. And you can see here it has this wonderful yellow bathroom without a mirror. But yeah, this house is a 2-bedroom, well, it ends up being a 2-bedroom house, but originally it's just actually a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom starter home. Which means it cost less than 16,500 simoleons. And you can see in these images here what the original house looked like. And now we're going to jump in to the renovation. So yes, this house is a starter home. Well, it was a starter home. As you're seeing it here, it's a starter home. You can see in the top corner there, the value is like 16,300 simoleons or so. And yeah, in the end, it ends up costing a lot more than that. I didn't really stick to a budget of any kind. I considered it, but then I didn't. So I think it ends up costing about 60 to 70,000 or maybe more in the end. But as you can see here, what I'm starting off by doing is adding a foundation. So if you've ever wondered how to add a foundation to a house in The Sims 3 that doesn't have one, this is the only way really to do it, which is to use constrained floor elevation to take all the walls and lower them all the way down, and then build new walls on top and just move everything up onto the new level, basically. So essentially, before I even really did anything to change the house, I just raised it up onto a foundation and then kind of put everything back as it was before I began, I guess officially. But yeah, I really like to have houses at least a little bit up on a foundation as opposed to being just on the ground straight up. And so yeah, that's what I decided to do here, but I just added a very small amount of foundation, just 2 steps high. But anyway, here I'm just putting the roof back the way it was, so now the house is back just kind of as it was, but now on a foundation. And now I'm going to kind of begin working on it. So anyway, I used to actually do remodel videos a long time ago, but I used to do them pretty frequently. And when I was looking around Appaloosa Plains before I built my previous house, I saw this one, and obviously it wasn't very stellar to look at, but I thought it was kind of interesting and I wanted to try to work with it. You can see here, I actually only expand the house a tiny amount. So you can see that little 2x3 room I added to the front where the front door was. That's the only addition I added to this house. So it's just 6 tiles added on. So you actually kind of got rid of it all right there. But yeah, so I end up only adding 6 tiles total. And all of that is just where the front door is. So you can see right now the front door is like inset. And then I end up adding those 6 tiles. You can see it's like a 2x3 room in front of the front door, and that's where the new front door will go. Any other walls I'm adding are just like temporary, just to kind of support the roof while I'm putting it on. But yeah, so I barely expanded the house. I only ended up expanding it by 6 tiles. So it's essentially the entire shape of the house. All the exterior walls are as they were. And as I mentioned at the very beginning of the video, I end up adding an extra bedroom. So the house ends up going from being a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house to being a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. And I did that without expanding the house at all, really, without adjusting the exterior walls at all. So that just goes to show how much wasted space was in this house originally. And of course, it was a starter home. So obviously, there's a reason why it was so empty, because I had to, meet that 16,500 or less simoleon threshold. And of course, if I had tried to stick within that same budget, it definitely would not look as nice as the house ends up looking. So, but I kind of liked the bones of the house. I don't know, I kind of liked the outside, and I thought it was kind of fun. I actually really liked the flower bed out front, and actually you'll see in the end, it's still there. I didn't get rid of that or really change that at all. Yeah, so the main difference to the front of the house is just where the front door is. I was considering adding a 2-wide front door, and you can see here I actually extended the entrance a little bit further, but I ended up putting it back the way it was and just going with the single front door. I thought that looked a little bit better for the size of the house. And then the only other thing I changed on the front was adding, changing out the window just to one without like an extra pane or mullion, whatever you call the thing in the window. So this was just a big square basically, and I added these 3 little tiny windows at the top. So I don't know, I thought that was kind of fun. It just adds a little bit of extra height to the window. And then on the inside, I basically enclosed what was the kitchen. So you can see the old kitchen's still there. I basically put a wall on it, and that's going to become one of the bedrooms. And then I just moved the kitchen over. So you can see I put a wall there in front of the front door, which that's the only part I added on, is where the front door is. And then I ended up putting the kitchen right here. So it just basically shifted the kitchen forward over to this area. And then the living room and dining room area is the same, basically. I made the bathroom a tiny bit smaller. And then that's pretty much it. The existing bedroom stays the same. So yeah, basically I enclosed the old kitchen, made it a bedroom, shifted the kitchen over, and then made the bathroom a tiny bit smaller. So again, it's actually very minimal changes to the layout of the house. It stays pretty similar. And like I mentioned before, I'm just only adding on that front door area. So it actually was kind of interesting how I could definitely utilize the space in this house a lot better by just making a few minor tweaks. And it's definitely not like it's like I call it in the title, I'm saying it's transforming, because it is like a really big transformation, especially when you see the inside at the end, but I was able to transform this house without actually doing too much to the actual structure of the house, like without changing the walls around too much, which I think is pretty cool. So it just shows how you can make a big difference with a house without doing too much to it. And I actually ended up shrinking the garage a little bit there. So that's another change I made, is I kind of shrunk down the garage a touch just so I could make that bedroom in the back larger, and also so I could fit that door, because otherwise there was no way to get a door to that bedroom, so I had to kind of shift the walls around. But yeah, I also added some more windows in the house. This house is called Private Property. That's like the name of the lot in Appaloosa Plains, and it's named that because it had like barely any windows, and there's like only like teeny tiny windows on the sides, and just two big windows, one in the front where the living room is, and then one in the bedroom at the back, and that was it. So the house barely had any windows. You may have noticed that at the beginning in those like panning shots. That's why it was called, I'm assuming that's why they called it Private Property, because it was private, because there was barely any windows. So, I added more windows. It definitely helps make the house brighter. And so I added some windows to the living room, added some windows to both bedrooms, and the bathroom has more windows. There's a lot more windows now. Also, there's 3 sliding doors, so each bedroom has a door to the back deck, and the kitchen also has a door to the back deck. So that's all very nice. And I think I haven't changed out the front door yet, but I will. And even like the exterior color, which I don't know when I get to that. I think I'm actually kind of doing that now-ish, or around now. It's at some point soon. So I actually end up keeping the same material on the outside, just change the color of it. So again, it's not like, completely, it's not like, one of those remodels where the house is completely unrecognizable, at least from the outside. I wanted to keep it kind of like in the context of a renovation. I'm renovating it. I'm not like completely building a whole new house, essentially. So, that was kind of the idea. And here I'm just gonna, work on the outside a little bit. So here I'm changing the roof color. I went with a gray or black roof instead of the brown. And then I changed the color to be a little bit more desaturated, a bit more of a grayish color, but I kept the same wood. So you can see I'm putting that around the house now. And I also add some stone too, as a little bit of an accent around the front door and on the foundation in some places. Now here I'm recoloring the windows so that they match the wood on the outside of the house. And actually I do change out that front door, I believe, but for a little bit I had that front door, and you can see I already put it back with the single front door and the 3 wide entrance as it was originally. And there I'm just getting this wood on the floor there, the wood on the front entrance porch thing. And yeah, putting that little fence wall back. So anyway, here on the back, I added a much larger deck. In fact, there wasn't a deck originally because the house wasn't on a foundation, but I think there was maybe like a patio or something. So here I added a nice deck to the back of the house, which is very nice. I added a little fireplace there in the living room as well. And I'm just doing a few little things here just with the wall coverings on the outside. And yeah, so on the inside here, you can see I have the living room and dining room basically in the same kind of area that they were in originally. I did have to shrink the bathroom down to be a 2x4 instead of a 3x4, so I could fit in, the furniture comfortably. And yeah, so those couches I'm using there are very mid-century. This house had like a very mid-century vibe to it, very 60s kind of. At least that's what I thought when I saw the original house. So I tried to keep within that kind of theme. So the couches in the living room are definitely very, very mid-century modern. And even things like the dining table and that bookshelf. I also got a record player in the house by the entrance, which I thought was kind of fun. Or did I? Oh no, I moved that actually by the bedroom door. But anyway, here you can see the kitchen though. The kitchen's definitely a bit more modern. Right now I still have the original tiles on the floors and the walls. I do change that. Don't worry, I don't keep that tile. Although it's not really the worst thing ever. It's a little dark and kind of pukey colored, but I guess it could work in some context. But anyway, I ended up going with this like interesting kind of stone countertop. It's kind of like this pebbly looking thing. I don't know. I thought it was kind of fun. And I actually put that on the backsplash as well, which you'll see in a moment. But yeah. Oh yeah. I was also considering putting the laundry in the kitchen, but I did not end up doing that. The washer and dryer end up in the garage, which of course is not the most ideal solution, but there wasn't really any room in the house for like a laundry room. So yeah, there's no laundry room. It's just in the garage. But anyway, there I got all the appliances in the kitchen. You can see I have the backsplash in now and just getting a few things in. Very nice kitchen. I really like it. I really like how it looks. And I like the kind of, it's not really an island. I guess it's like a peninsula maybe with that stove in it, which actually fits in really nicely with those countertops. Anyway, I got the wood floors in now, and now I'm putting in the walls. So I went with white on the walls for the main house, the main living area. The bedrooms, though, get some color. And yeah, also getting in some rugs as well, and a bit of art on the wall there. And I'm also going to get in some curtains. Those curtains, I believe, are from the store. I've used them before. They're kind of nice, actually. I like the ones where they're individual and they're not like all attached, or like not like a fixed size. You can kind of like spread those out as much as you want, which is nice. Anyway, I thought putting in some curtains add a little bit more warmth, a bit more coziness, I guess. But yeah, here I'm recoloring the furniture now. So I went with a nice light wood, and I also went with the green still for the couches, though I think I adjusted it slightly. And then I have these stools here as well, which are very neutral colored. And then also getting in this table, the color for the table. So everything kind of matches nice light wood, and also putting a kind of a chrome finish on the fireplace there. I really like the fireplace. It's kind of fun. It's like floating or hanging from the ceiling, I guess. And it does feel like kind of mid-century modern to me. Maybe a little bit, I guess it depends on the color, I guess in that chrome, I feel like it kind of works. And I was pretty happy with the light fixture of the table, but I couldn't leave it in because I left the ceiling unfinished like the original house had, as you can see here. So you'll get like that vaulted ceiling from the living room, the way that roof is. It's going to look a little glitchy, in the screenshots and stuff, because it's like just going to be black on the underside of the roof. So, it would be cool if you could like actually make that look nice, but I guess technically with constraint for elevation, it's possible, but it would be a really painful thing to try to do. So I didn't do that. But anyway, here I put a little computer desk by the dining table, just because I thought it would be good to have in the house, since there is no like office. So yeah, there's like a computer there. There's also a clock on the wall there as well. And I put in a few shelves, so that adds a little bit of detail, a little bit of something to look at. And I got a few things on the shelves. There's the yellow horse on the top shelf there, so don't worry, it's here. And yeah, a little plant thing there is very nice. And then also a lamp there on the desk. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty much the main living area. I don't think I do too much more. I got a little mat there in the kitchen though, so that's nice. And probably, I don't know, some little details and things. There's the record player. I moved it over there by the bathroom and bedroom. And a little plant in the corner. Oh, another plant coming in right there next to the television. And maybe something on this table, a lamp on the table there. So yeah, that's Oh, did I leave that ceiling light there over the couch, over the coffee table? I hope I got rid of that. If I didn't, I'll get rid of it before I take the screenshots, because they will be floating otherwise. It's funny, the original house actually had a floating light fixture too over the dining table. I don't know, you probably could have seen it in the intro to the video. I know it was there, so if you go back and look at that, you can see they left a floating light fixture in the house. So I didn't want to do that, so I actually may have accidentally left that lamp there over the coffee table, so I'll fix it. But anyway, the bathroom here, I kept the same yellow tile. And actually one interesting thing I noticed, which only when I was like redoing it, I didn't notice this at first, the bathroom floor, and you can kind of see it right now on the carpet in the bedroom, is actually a wood floor. And they put the texture, I don't know if you can see it, but the carpet right now in the bedroom is actually a wood floor and has the wood floor texture. Like you can see the floorboards, and it just has a carpet texture over it. And they did the same thing with the tile floor in the bathroom too. It had the wood floor texture with the floorboards and everything, with a tile texture like over top it. Maybe you can faintly see it on the carpet right now, but the reason they did that is because that wood flooring, which is the current one, it's out on the deck right now. I do change it, but right now it's that wood floor on the deck is the one they used to be colored. And that's a free flooring. It doesn't cost anything. So obviously they used it because it's a starter home. They need to save money. So they put in the wood floor, the free wood floor, but then they wanted carpet and tiles. So it's like put a carpet texture and a tile texture over the wood floor texture or the wood floorboards. So you can like see the floorboards, but with a carpet texture or a tile texture. It looked kind of funny. I didn't even notice that. So obviously that's no longer the thing. But I did keep the tile in the bathroom. I kept the fun yellow tile. I thought it would be nice. I didn't have it on all the walls like the house originally had it. I just put it on that one wall. But, you know, that's keeping a little bit of the essence of the original there. And yeah, this is the main bedroom here, which I went with a nice light blue color scheme for the bedroom. And, you know, it has a nice door out to the back deck. So does the other bedroom as well. I just moved the closet here so that it makes a little bit more sense. It takes up a little bit less space. Oh yeah, here I had actually a lot of trouble figuring out what front door I wanted to use. I was really indecisive about it. And I think in the end I ended up going with a similar front door to what I had before, but with a different like window in it. That one, that's the one I went with, which is from the store. And then it was frustrating because I wanted a window next to it, but like it was so hard to find a window that matched the height of the door that like went with the house. Like all these windows were like the wrong height. And I really wish that The Sims 3, you could move windows up and down like you can in The Sims 4. But, you know, it's one of the few things about The Sims 4 that's better. But yeah, you can see here, I used this window from High-End Loft Stuff, which I didn't love that like strip thing in the middle, but it was the only window I could find that was like modern and like matched the height of the front door I wanted. So I went with it. And here I'm recoloring the front columns out front. And I'm going to do, oh yeah, I was going to put some like white stucco here by the front door, but I ended up not doing that. I ended up going with stone, I think, in the end. So I didn't like the way the white looked. I think it just didn't go right with the house. So yeah, but so I put it back. And let's see, what else actually is there left? I guess it's just the other bedroom. So the second bedroom is really all that's left for the most part, and I guess a little bit of outdoor work, so, you know, kind of things like that. But yeah, I put like a nice little side table there by the front door, and I'm looking for something, I guess, for the kitchen. I don't know if I ended up putting anything there. Put a little like utility box there outside the garage, and just doing a few little tweaks and things around here. I guess this bedroom could use a few more things. I put a little chair over here by the closet, so yeah, it's a nice chair there, I guess. And, you know, just other things I'm going to put in, probably a bit of art in the corner. No, I guess there's a plant. Yeah, there's a plant. Very nice. I was trying to not make the house too expensive. I mean, of course, I think it ends up being over $70,000, which is pretty expensive for like a 2-bedroom house. But, you know, compared to like my other houses, it's very inexpensive. I usually build just, you know, very expensive Sims houses. But yeah, I didn't stick to a budget really for this. But anyway, this is the second bedroom, which I made a kid's room. I put 2 beds in here. I think this bedroom is actually the main size as the other bedroom. I think they're both actually the same size. And it's kind of interesting. But yeah, this one does, actually neither one has an ensuite, so they're kind of equal, I guess. I guess technically either one could be the main bedroom and the other one could be the kids' room, but this is the layout I went with. So yeah, this one has 2 beds in it. I kind of did a little different themes there, one with sailboats, one with owls, I don't know. And the color scheme of the bedroom is kind of like I don't know, it's like a lavender-ish, pink-ish kind of color, and then like blue, it's like kind of bluish color, and kind of some, yeah, I guess it's like pink, lavender, and blue, I don't know. I thought it was kind of fun. And then I got the dresser in over there, and getting some window or blinds and curtains on the windows. And I also got a desk in here, and there's a lamp there over on the dresser, and recoloring the desk here, and getting a little desk chair. So yeah, and of course, like I mentioned, this bedroom does have access to the back deck as well, which is nice. So kind of all the rooms in the house kind of go out to the back deck, so it's kind of a nice thing to have. And I do put some nice furniture out there as well. But yeah, getting a bulletin board here, a little like pencil cup, and I think it's not too much. I got a little toy thing there on the dresser. I was going to put a poster over the beds, but you can see it kept getting like overexposed by or like blinded by having a lamp in front of it, which is kind of annoying. I ended up going with that painting, I think, of like those butterflies because it didn't have that problem. I also put in a beanbag chair like I usually always do in kids or teens rooms. And then there's also a rug on the floor. which kind of goes with the wall color. And there's the closet as well with the clothes in it. So yeah, I think actually that's pretty much it for the inside of the house. That was pretty speedy, especially compared to my last couple of videos that were very long. Yeah, this one is sped up only 7 times, which is what I usually do. The last 2 houses I built, those videos were 8 times because they were just so long. This one, a lot more of a reasonable length, mainly because it's a small house and also because it's a renovation and not, starting from scratch. But yeah, also getting in different stairs because the other stairs had this weird lighting glitch that just was annoying and didn't look good. So yeah, recoloring the stairs there, and also getting in a little bit of a little entrance there into the garage, I guess. But yeah, the garage I'm going to do, I think, fairly soon at some point. But yeah, also going to get in some stone now. So this is the stone I was talking about, the aforementioned stone facade. And yeah, this just adds a little bit of something to break up all the wood paneling, I guess. But yeah, I do like the wood paneling though. I think it looks kind of nice. And you can see I added a little bit of intermixing between horizontal and vertical there across the top of the front, just to add a little bit of interest, a little bit of visual interest there. And I'm recoloring the fencing there around the planters. I also change out the walkway and driveway. I make them just like pavement instead of those stones. I thought the pavement looked a little bit more modern and kind of matched the house a little more, so I went with that. And I also terrain painted inside the garage, which of course will make Sims say, oh, it's an unfinished room, but I like having terrain paint in the garage because it matches the driveway, so be it. And yeah, what am I doing here? Oh yeah, just adding the wood on the inside of the garage so it kind of just matches what's on the outside. And getting in some railings there for the stairs and some blinds on the windows. I did not put a car in this house because I wanted to keep the price at least somewhat lower. But yeah, the washing machine and dryer are in this garage, and I also put a utility sink in as well. So, there's no laundry room, unfortunately, but you got this in the garage, so there you go. And I was going to put a mirror, but I thought that'd be a little strange, so I didn't do that. And there's the trash can. The mailbox is not going to be usable because of the way I put it into the wall here. At least I'm pretty sure that won't be functional. I just liked how it looked. So, if you download the house, which you can, there's a link in the description, you can just, move the mailbox. But yeah, we're actually getting pretty near to the end here. So you can see I'm just adding in some outside lighting. I'm going to add in some outside furniture, do a touch-ups to the landscaping, I think. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video and, you're new to my channel and haven't subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate it if you consider subscribing. And also, I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments below. And if you like the video, give it a like. But yeah, just doing some final things around the house. I kept the main planter beds here. I kind of liked them, so I kept them. And yeah, I added some nice furniture to the back porch. And you can see I kept the dog house. So the dog house does stay. I thought that was kind of a nice little feature there. Yeah, also the mailbox definitely isn't usable with that plant in front of it, but I wanted to have little flowers there on either side of the garage. And I also terrain painted under the foundation as well, because I thought it looked a little bit nicer than to have... Oh yeah, there was a patio there originally. You can see where those terrain painted pavers were. But yeah, and then I also had a little bit of dead grass here out the back where people would be walking and stuff. But yeah, just doing a few final little things. Oh yeah, because of the dog house out the back, I thought I'd add a little food bowl in the kitchen. So it's like, oh yeah, there's a dog that lives here. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. There's some screenshots coming up, so I hope you stick around for those and, check those out. And yeah, I hope to see you in my next video, and I hope that you all have a wonderful day. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.